Hello guys, welcome back to my class. How are you today? Great! Let's continue our class. Last class, you have learned the concept of second law thermodynamics. Today, we will learn how to analyze second law thermodynamic problem. There are two types of cycle which commonly used to solve the second law of thermodynamic problem. They are Carnot cycle and Rankine cycle. Today, I will explain about Carnot cycle. Hopefully, at the end of this class, you should be able to describe the property diagrams involve isentropic expansion and compression. Second, you should be able to explain the Carnot cycle. Lastly, you should be able to determine the work ratio, the specific steam consumption, and also the efficiency of Carnot cycle. There are many types of power plant, such as hydroelectric, solar power plant, wind power plant, nuclear power plant, and also fossil fuel power plant. Hydroelectric and fossil fuel power plant are the most commonly can be found at our country. Carnot cycle and Rankine cycle are used to analyze the power plant system. Hello? Yeah, Zaidi speaking. Yeah, boss. Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry guys, I got to go. But don't worry, I will pass this class to my tutor. See you soon.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today's topic is the famous Carnot cycle. So what are the things that we need to know about this life-changing cycle? So first, well, it is an ideal heat engine cycle by a French physicist, Sadi Carnot. It utilizes heat energy transferring from a heat source to a heat sink. In addition, it composed of 4 reversible processes. The reversible process means direction can be returned to its original position. Also, it uses ideal gas as its working medium. And no doubt, this is a perfect engine. No friction between piston and cylinder walls, and no heat transfer between the surroundings and your system is considered. Now, let's discuss how this interesting cycle works by exploring its processes, the 4 reversible processes. So now for the first process, process 1 to 2. This process is called isothermal expansion. Isothermal in thermodynamics means no change in temperature, or in other words, temperature is constant or not changing within this process. So what happens here is that the heat energy from the heat source is transferred into the ideal gas. As a result, the gas expands, which then increases the volume and decreasing the pressure. Now next, process 2 to 3, which is called an adiabatic expansion. Adiabatic in thermodynamics means that there is no heat transfer between surroundings and your system, or to put simply, all change in temperature is contained within a system, which as a result making the entropy zero. On this process, our volume increases and pressure decreases. Third process is the isothermal compression. So by compression, it means volume is decreased and as a result, pressure increases. On this process, heat energy from the gas is transferred into the heat sink. And finally, the last process. The last process is called the adiabatic compression. Since it's an adiabatic, all change in temperature is contained within a system, and our entropy is zero. Also, since this is compression, it means our volume decreases while our pressure increases. So that's it. That makes it a cycle.
Hi class, I'm back. How's the class with Mr. Aiman? I believe that he has explained to you the Carnot cycle process. Let's continue our class. When analyze the power plant system, we always consider three basic criteria. Either Carnot or Rankine cycle will refer these criteria to know the performance of power plant system. The three basic criteria that I mentioned you before are work ratio, cycle efficiency, and specific steam consumption. To find work ratio, the formula is W net over W gross. W is a symbol of work. To find W net, you must subtract W turbine with W pump, while W gross is equals to W turbine. Formula for cycle efficiency: W net over Q in. Q is a symbol of heat. Therefore, Q in is equal to heat required by the boiler. The last one is specific steam consumption. SSC equals to 3600 divided by W net. As simple as that. Let's do some example. Let's go through this simple question. A steam power plant operates with Carnot cycle at a boiling pressure 50 bar. A steam condition expands in the turbine until the pressure decreases to 0.035 bar. With this question, I will show you how to sketch the TS diagram. How to find H1, H2, H3, and H4. H is a symbol of enthalpy. With this question also, you will know how to calculate heat required, work output, thermal efficiency, work ratio, and specific steam consumption. Let's draw the S diagram. T, temperature in Kelvin versus entropy in kilojoule per kg dot Kelvin. Draw the graph. Then boiler pressure is the highest pressure in the system. P boiler equals to 50 bar. While the lowest pressure is condenser pressure, which is 0.035 bar. This is a Carnot cycle. So remember, Carnot cycle, process 1 to number 2 process, point number 2 process. We call this isentropic expansion. In other words, isentropic means S1 equals to S2. Also in Carnot cycle, process 3 to 4, we call it isentropic compression. Isentropic compression. So which means S3 equals to S4. That's it.